Me and my mother and her were planting flowers. And we went in after we got done washing our hands, and she got a piece of candy from Grandma. And she wanted to go back over and see her brothers. And I said, okay. And I walked her all the way over to the porch. And I watched her walk into the kitchen where the boys were watching TV. And I told the boys, I said, watch Summer. I'll be back. And within 2 minutes, I came back. And I asked the boys where their sister was. And they said, she went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. I said, okay. And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times. And I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight. She was just gone.
So I've said it half a dozen times. The Wells family is trying to control the narrative, right? They've done that from the beginning. Took them a minute to get all on the same page, start to, spin it the same way, but they still have lots of holes in their story. Well, since Candace came out and finally opened her mouth up, she has given me more research. That's all they give, more questions. When I heard her mention the piece of candy, it took me back to Grandma Bly's Facebook post because that's the only time we have ever heard of this piece of candy. Now, that could open a lot of doors. Did she accidentally choke on the candy when she was down in the basement playing and then you covered it up? It still leads back to y'all. Whatever happened, unless somebody did come to your basement or all up in your house, it points back to you. So y'all are telling us that there was a piece of candy at some point that she got from Grandma. Grandma said it, and I feel like Candace just had to back it up, so she threw it into her story. Just like she threw in the part about the park being already so dirty with trash when they got there. That was to go ahead and just make her twisted tea story go away. That wasn't my drink. It was already dirty. Yeah, I mean, come on. We're not crazy. Some of us might be. And some days, I think we all are. But we're not falling for this, honey. It's not working for me. But she had to go ahead and cooperate grandma's piece of candy. Because that's all they're doing. Trying to cover each other's asses, period. So you heard what she said. Now let me just remind you where the piece of candy story started. And it wasn't in the beginning. Grandma Bly. And the story she told us was hun, some I and Candace was planting flowers right before she went missing. Let's make this bigger for you if I can. We came the camper, had a piece of candy. Mom walked Summer halfway back home to see her brothers. Ian, they said she went down to her room to play and she was gone. Mom helped me straighten my knee brace out 4 minutes at most. Said she had to go check on the kids, and Summer has been missing since. So, there's your piece of candy. You won't hear that in the dispatch call. You won't hear it in any of Dawn Wells's interviews. But it was filtered through the grapevine from right here. And then Candace, she had to do it. She had to. I'm telling y'all, I've said it before. They watch social media like a hawk. The next day, they turn into exactly who we said they weren't. We said he didn't show enough emotion, so he tried to show a little more emotion. We said he shouldn't speak in the past tense, so he apologized the other day for forgetting and speaking in past tense. Like they do this. and the twisted tea, and now the piece of candy. Now, what they don't realize is that every time they talk, they tell on themselves. So there's they create holes and question marks. And trust me when I tell you that is very good for the FBI and TBI and everybody else's investigations. When you say you walked her all the way, watched her walk into the kitchen and told the boys to watch her. And on the flip side, grandma writes and says, Candy, okay, mom, okay, there it is. Mom walked Summer halfway back home to see her brothers. Now, did you walk her halfway back home or did you walk her all the way back? And did you walk her there to see her brothers or did you walk her in there because you needed the boys to watch her while you went wherever you went for allegedly 2 minutes? Halfway and all the way are two different things. And then mom says, after you helped her, I'm assuming she meant straighten her knee brace out, 4 minutes at the most. Then you said you had to go check on Summer. So if grandma said you helped her for 4 minutes, how is it possible that you were in the house 2 minutes at the most asking the boys, where's Summer? And how come y'all are so good with numbers and dates when you want to be? Dawn knew exactly how long you guys had been in Tennessee and all that good stuff. 13 years, no problem. They ask how long he's been married. I'm not very good with dates. Get the hell out of here. Y'all just hadn't rehearsed that part. And you're not good off the top. I'm just, it's family, okay? It's just constantly something. Candace doesn't know anything about anything, but she knows she was back in that house in 2 minutes. But when she was asked, how long between all that and you calling the laws, well, I don't know. I'm not you. When you're having fun, you just don't know what. Again, you you don't go off script because you're not good off the top. When you don't pay attention to time when I think you meant time flies when you're having fun. But you weren't really having fun. I mean, you were just passing time waiting for the pharmacy. I'm sure it was fun at the lake for a minute, but 15 to 20 minutes. You said clearly I was there for 15 to 20 minutes. So you don't know how long it took you to drop off Hunter. I'm sorry. First, we go back to the pharmacy, pick up the prescription, drop off Hunter, make it home, plant flowers. Summer goes in the house. You know about those 2 minutes, but you can't possibly give us a time frame for when all that happened. You know, but within 2 hours of us leaving Warriors was when this all happened, or anything like that. I call bullshit. Y'all are not as smart as you think you are. That's all I'm going to keep reminding this family. Whatever y'all know, I suggest you just give it up so we can get Summer back. She's never coming home to you guys. I believe that's a fact. I don't think you should have the boys you do have when this is all said and done. If CPS ain't on your ass, oh, well, I'll be on theirs because that would be some. We've seen too much. And it's not easy to take children from their parents, their mother, and I don't advocate for that. These kids need a better upbringing before they turn into teenagers and then grown men and grown women out here repeating the cycle. So I pray we find her, but I pray she doesn't come back to your home. I do, Candace. I need y'all to get your stories straight, not just pieces of it, Andy.